Hello and welcome to Parkessent. My name is Jake and today we are back here with my second Minecraft video on the channel, and today we're going to be building a theme park, or starting to build a theme park on Minecraft. You've probably noticed this lovely building. I've just knocked this up over the past sort of half an hour or so because I wanted to. I'm waffling. This is the theme park entrance, or it's going to be, and I didn't particularly fancy spending the first episode building this, so I've built this off camera, just to kind of set the pace for the series. I did attempt to live stream this, but I failed pretty miserably. This is going to be the starting point. I have built theme parks in Minecraft before, but I've never documented the process. So this is a bit of a new thing for me. The path isn't very long either. But yeah, I'll show you around what I've built so far. So as you can see, we've got this beautiful sort of prismarine blue building that still needs a few details, but it'll do for a start. It's got these lovely flower beds out the sides. We've got the fountain in the middle. We've got two sections to either side for expansion, and then if we come around this way, this is going to be the entrance into the remainder of the park. Now what I want to do today is I want to expand this path downwards, and I want to add a fascinator. So for example, at Disneyland Paris, and just the first park that came into my head, even at parks like Alton Towers, you have a bit of you have a main street, and I want to start building that today. I'm also going to throw that on the floor. The main street itself is going to have shops, restaurants, and maybe a roller coaster as well. I do intend on building a roller coaster in this video so that we can take this from being, albeit quite a lovely temple building, into something that more resembles a theme park. So without further ado, let's get building. I'm going to take this path down that way, and then I'll update you once I've done that, and we'll see where we are. So I'm over on the other side of the entrance now, and I've just started to sort of put this path down, and I've also added a path to either side of the building. I'm planning on, in the future, building some park walls, which will obviously, depending on how big this theme park becomes, will encase it all into an enclosed area, which I think would be quite nice. The first building I'm going to build on the main street is going to be here, and it's at this point I'll point out that I don't currently have any plans for what I want to do with this place, so I'm very much going to be making it up as I go along. And I think I'm going to build probably an equally grand building, just a bit of an eye catcher. It might even house the first roller coaster. Let's build an indoor roller coaster. Yeah. In terms of colours, I'm thinking we stick with this sort of bluey, greeny theme we've got going on over there, but I'm going to make it a little bit more poppy, so it's going to stick out a little bit more. Saying that, is that a good idea opposite the prismarine? We'll just have to see how it looks. Okay, can you see where I'm going with this? So I've decided that concrete might not be the best idea for the outside, at least, of the building. So I've built these three arches, and I think these buildings kind of work together. There's going to be a series of buildings down this side, but for now I think that works. Let's see, if I depthify. I don't know if that's a word. Deepen. Let's go deepen this a bit. Does it make it look any better? Kind of. How about if I do a bit of that, and then I'm gonna just pick block these because I can't be bothered to find them in the thing. So if I put some glass in, how does that look? Put some sea lanterns behind. Nope. Yep. I don't know. I don't like that, actually. I don't like that very much. Is this better? If we just have one layer, that's better. I hate this entrance. I really don't like that. Well, I've done some tinkering, and I think I like this bottom section. And I've kind of started to work on an upper bit as well. I think the plan as it stands, that rhymes, is to have. Ignore that. You didn't say anything. That's not bad. Is to have. So I'll have like a queue line system on this side, sort of in this square here. There'll be a wall. Actually, no. There'll be a wall there, and a queue line on this side. The roller coaster will start back here. This will be like the station, if you can imagine it. And then there'll be a lift hill up here, and it'll go into the roof. And the sort of the meat of the roller coaster will be in the roof. And then it might have a couple of outdoor sections, maybe to this side, and then over at this side, and then it'll finish back in this section. So it'll have a loading bay and a dispatch bay, and it'll be really good. And I'm explaining this like I know how I'm going to build it. I'm going to trick you into thinking that I know what I'm doing, and yeah, it's going to be really great, isn't it? I think I can't decide whether to add some glass into these sections. Let's see how that looks. I don't want to. I'm trying not to make this into one of those series where I only update you on after I build stuff and then I'll update you on it afterwards. I want this to be a series where, yes, I'm not going to talk you through every building step before I do it, but I want it to be pretty easy to follow. As I've said a couple of times, I've never done a series like this before, so it is a bit of trial and error, to put it nicely. Yeah, I'd say that looks pretty good. I think, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna add a light into here though and put some grey carpet, if that's okay. He says, before messing up, just to give it a bit more light, because it's currently looking a little bit dark, isn't it? Let's see. Actually, just out of interest, whilst you're here, let's do time set. Time 9. Does that work? Oh, it's been that long since I played Minecraft. I've got no idea what I'm doing. So, yeah, that obviously looks a bit dark. This is looking cool. Let's have a look at this from the other side. Oh, yeah. How atmospheric does that look? That looks amazing. Should I add some? I'll do that in a minute, actually. Wow. I like how this looks already. And then you come in, and then you obviously fly around, and that's going to be the first roller coaster. I'm liking how this is shaping up. Let's get back to daytime and let's continue. Right then, so this is what we've got at the moment. I'm actually quite happy with this. I've put a clock on it, which has made all the difference. I think when again, it's difficult to get this in context, because when there's buildings down both sides of this road, not necessarily built out of prismarine, I think it's really going to come together. So I'm quite excited to see how that looks, and I've just realised there was something I was going to do which I forgot to do, which is add a topper on these, because these look weird without them. It's amazing how much this these slabs will make a difference to that building. It still looks a bit flat. Maybe I need to work on that more. We'll do that later. Let's focus on this for now. Okay, so I've started to sort of lay out the framework for the rest of the building. I was originally going to make it bigger, but I think this will be enough space, to be honest. I'm only going to be using, let's say, this much space for a queue line, from that wall to that one, which gives us plenty of space for a coaster if you include the roof. Bearing in mind it's mostly going to be in darkness, so you won't see all that much. So yeah, I'll carry on building and I'll update you very shortly. He says. So I've built up the outer walls of the attraction, and I've also started to fill in and cover up some of the lights inside. Now, as you walk into here, you will. The plan at the moment is you're gonna join the queue line, which is going to take you round this section here, like this. You just have to imagine for now. Yada 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 into this section here. Now these will be a different block. I've just kind of covered them up to block some of the light, but this will then take you into the lift hill, which will take you into the roof. There's also going to be a miniature little scene here. So say the track comes, I'll just place these here. It's going to stop, and then you'll be able to watch this little scene to the right hand side before being shot up into the ceiling for the rest of the roller coaster. I am also going to add some like effects, so some when you're going round, you'll hit a sensor and then you'll something will blow up or something like that. I haven't really thought of how I'm going to do that yet, but we'll soon find out. So yeah, keep you updated. He said. Okay, so I've got a little bit carried away. I've added a queue line, or the starts of a queue line. As you can see, it's not perfect yet. There are still a few bits to sort of finish off. But I've decided that I'm actually going to add two large fish tanks, one here and one there, and then I'm going to build some form of theming piece just in here. So the queue, you come into the queue, as I said, you do a tiny bit of cattle pen, not too much. Then a straight section, you walk past the fish tanks, there'll be squid and tropical fish in there. You walk around, you walk past this big theming structure that I don't actually know what it's going to be yet. Probably some form of sea monster. And then you'll make your way up. You'll go through a door here, and you'll make your way into a minecart. The minecart will shoot up here, and you'll go into the first section of the ride, which will be here. It's very good. I think this is a good start. I think so. Yeah, I don't know if I'm explaining this very well. This is gonna all come together, and you'll see what's going through my imagination. Hopefully, at the end. I'm just gonna keep you with me whilst I build this a little bit while I explain what the plan is for. Well, I should probably explain a bit more about the plan for this series as a whole, because we've started really decent start here today. The primary reason for me starting this series is so that I've got something to live stream. I'm quite fond of the idea of streaming. I think that I've got a large enough audience on YouTube now. I'm saying that, well, I've surpassed 1,000 subscribers, and I've basically, I would like to do something different. In 2024, I've uploaded a video every single day of the year, so far at least. And it's tricky. It's big commitment. It means going to parks as often as I possibly can. It means editing takes a long time. I also work full time. I've got a normal non-theme park full-time job, which obviously gets in the way and makes it difficult to do all the theme park trips I want to do. Whereas if I started to stream and I started to, make videos like this one, excuse me, I'm going to cough. Sorry. Then it just requires a little bit less commitment. I mean, it's still something I enjoy. I like playing Minecraft. I haven't played it in a while, but it's from time to time it's going to be quite nice to just jump back on this, make some progress, and hopefully we'll end up with quite a lovely little theme park. And I'll obviously bring you all along for the build process. You get to see uh, the park come to fruition and come to life. I will be taking lots of suggestions, or as many as I possibly can. So please, if you've got any ideas, leave them in the comment section. I'd love to know what you think. And the same will be that'll. I can't talk today. I do apologise. Seem to be saying that a lot in videos recently. The same will be the case for the live streams when we do them. Then please feel free to leave suggestions. I can't promise them all, obviously, because I'm just a guy. But I can obviously try and implement as much of your ideas as possible. If you want a shout out, we might make a little shout out board to put somewhere. Just for a laugh. I don't know. Why am I in settings? So yeah, that is my plan. And speaking of plans, this is coming together quite nicely. I'm going to start working on this fish tank now. I'll probably keep you going for this. I don't want this to be too stop-start. This is the first episode, so I'm still trying to find some rhythm, I guess. Because as I've said, I'm sure I keep repeating myself, but I have never made a video or a series like this. Sorry. So it's going to be a bit of trial and error until I find what a format that works for me. So I'm literally currently just gonna be building and updating you as and when, as opposed to taking you every step of the way with me, if that makes sense. So you see, I used to watch a lot of Minecraft YouTubers like Mumbo Jumbo, all the Hermitcraft people. I even used to watch Stampy back in the olden days when I was growing up. So Minecraft has always been like I've enjoyed Minecraft for a long time, basically, and now that I'm going to start making videos, I need to know what works and what doesn't, because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing making theme park videos. I've been doing that for 3 years. So I want to know what your thoughts are. You know, if you enjoy the videos, if you think there's things, even not, if you've got suggestions for the way I make the videos as opposed to the way, as opposed to what I'm building in them, then that'll be brilliant as well. These fish tanks are exactly the same, aren't they? Just need to check. Yeah, they look pretty good. Cool. And that looks even better. Sick. Should I try and put some more blue in here? I'll put a bit more like shape in, I think, because it's looking a bit flat. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll start. I'm just going to make this a flat roof for now, I think, just because I'm gonna. I don't know, I was going to say that, but I think a flat roof, just with the dark prismarine, will work fine for this. We'll see how it looks in a minute when I've finished it. It won't take very long. I had to stop. My drop button my drop hotkey is Q, and I keep just ever so slightly tapping it, and obviously it means that I'm dropping things instead of doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is not that. Let's work on this a little bit. How do we want the entrance to look into the coaster itself? I mean, let's just stick with something simple. This station has become rather small, I think, but it is what it is. I'm not rebuilding the building for a bigger station. That'll do. That'll do just fine. I'm gonna bring that back as well. Make the entrance stand out more. This is the first time, I think, in the whole time I've played Minecraft, this is the first time I've ever built with Prismarine. And oh my gosh, this looks really dark. doesn't it? I was about to say I really like the way it looks, but there's too much darkness here. Really need to get I need some of, where is it? I need some of this stuff quite urgently by the looks of it. Where can we put this? I don't know. I don't know where we can put it. Maybe in here. Do you know what I mean? It looks far too dingy. I mean, I'm going for a bit of a like subnautical and dingy look, I guess, but not that much. Hope you know what I'm trying to say. I need to do this as well. I keep getting distracted. I'm meant to be doing the roof. I'm also going to need some lighting in here fairly soon. Let's continue on with the roof, and then I'll try and stick to one thing at a time, maybe, and that'll make it better. I hope you like my. Be careful when I say this. I hope you like my clock, by the way, as well. I was quite happy with that. I know it's not the most complicated thing to build, but for me, it's I find it quite difficult to sometimes when I'm playing this game. I find it quite difficult to get what's in my head and put it into the blocks. I struggle with that a little bit. Right, I'm sure you're bored of watching me build a roof. I'm just gonna go back to. What am I saying? I'll finish the roof. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's a little update for you. This is looking a damn sight better than it did before. I've added some, the glass and some gravel to these little tanks at the sides. Hopefully you can see a bit more what I was going for now. So you've got this here. And I've added this gravel section in the middle, and I'm going to build an octopus on this space very shortly. So that's going to be the, I've decided to make this sea themed. I've just realised massive gaping hole, don't look at that. It's going to be sea themed to fit in with obviously the block choices and the nautical theming that this area is going to undertake, which I think is going to look really, really good, hopefully. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this turns out. I'm going to build an octopus using the tutorial from Tuna Sandwich Gaming, because they're better than me, clearly. So yeah, I'll leave a link to that video in the description. Go check them out, show them some love, etc, etc. Cool. I'll see you very shortly. Okay, so I changed my mind on the octopus idea and instead opted for this swordfish from the same tutorial. I think this is really cool. I'm going to get rid of that one though. I think this is a really cool little piece, and it kind of sets up the rest of the attraction quite well. I've decided that instead of going for just a sea theme, we're going to go for just like a shark theme. I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, link to that tutorial, as I mentioned, in the description. It's a great video, so check it out. Okay, so latest update is that I've started to put track in. I've decided that instead of it being a continuous loop, there's going to be an unload station at the top somewhere that will be in the roof itself, and then the minecart will somehow make its way back into here and just drop down ready for the next rider. Now, I've had a thought, and that thought is going to be, this building's going to be very full of stuff. So I think what I want to do is I want to build a separate exit building, maybe along here, so maybe even here. I think that'd be quite a cool thing, because I want to have it like some form of square-esque thing, like a town square, but for a theme park, just here. So maybe even if I built it like, let me just get some blocks. Maybe if I build the exit like here, or build an exit building like there, maybe that would work quite nicely. I'm gonna probably do that, but I don't know how yet. This is turning into quite an extensive project. We have done pretty well so far. I'm gonna continue. The video's not over yet. Don't worry. We're gonna hopefully finish this roller coaster in this video. If not, if it's getting too long, I'll have to make this into a series, which is going to be anyway. But you know what I mean. Okay. First thing I'm going to do next is fill in these. No, I'm not going to do that actually. Let's get to work on the coaster. That's what you're all here for. Let's be honest. So to do that, I need some rails. I need some rails and some powered rails. I also need a word powering the rails, which I think we're going to do with levers. Oh, that's lovely. So the first thing I need to do is that'll give us power to get to there. That obviously needs to be powered as well. Probably shouldn't have used levers because they're a bit of a pain. Now I think about it. So we'll dig under here, go to them. I'd have been much better to use torches, wouldn't I? Don't have to go underneath everything. I wish powered rails were just powered all the time. And that'll make it so much easier. Now why they're called powered rails? Why do we have to power them again? So that should give enough speed to get through there. I'd be surprised if it doesn't. And then we're gonna womble down into the first scene. Now, as I said before, the coaster itself is going to come to a complete stop here. Probably just about there, I reckon. About in the middle. So that we can do, as I said, a scene, which is going to be quite interesting. So to do that, I'm going to place powered rail there. And then I will need to place a permanently powered rail down here somewhere. I need to remember how to do this. It's such a pain having to power things. Probably a mod I can get or something that can that I can use to have permanently powered rails at all times in the game. But I don't know how to get that. I've just done that wrong as well, haven't I? So that can be a double powered rail. And then that's like that. So, perfect. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a redstone output. I don't know where the button is either. Where did I put the button? The starting button. Let's go down here and find it. Let's take a redstone output from this button here. To do that, it's quite easy. Let me just type in redstone real quick. Redstone, we're going to take a redstone torch output there, which means that we should probably bring this up a little bit. Not too bothered about how this bit looks for now, because it's not that important. Take a redstone torch output, which went into, where did it go? Was it this block here? Nope. Isn't that block there? Did I just break the redstone torch? No, it's here somewhere. There it is, perfect. I'm professional. So it goes into here, which then, so when the button gets pressed, when the button is pressed, it will power this. Now this needs to go into a load of repeaters to delay the signal. The first thing it needs to do is it needs to snake around like this and then break off this section here is going to be used to power the scene itself, which isn't going to be particularly complicated. It's not going to be like a big scene or anything. It's just going to be like I don't even know how to describe it. It's going to be, might be something that moves. let's make it sound as simple as possible. There might be something that moves, and that's about all I've got in my head so far. So let's pop that in there, and then this. I don't know how am I going to get the signal down here. This is always a fun challenge of working in small spaces, at least in Minecraft. It's quite fun. So I didn't mean to do that. Gonna grab, nope. What am I doing? I'm trying to press number 4. So if I basically just have to get this powered, right, and then that'll power the rails. I'm useless at Minecraft. I'm shocking at Minecraft, honestly. 5. Yep. Cool. So how do I do? What's the best way of doing that? What do you reckon? I need to take repeater output from this. Firstly. And then is this all walls that you can see? Oh, it's not. This is just here for a laugh. Okay, so I'll do this. I'll take this out of here. But I don't want it to be visible as the other thing. That's on the wall of the other side. I haven't given myself much space here. I'm sure there's a lot of redstone heads that are screaming at me currently through the screen at the moment. But I don't care. Actually, it's going to be dark, isn't it? Let's just make it visible. Let's not even try to hide it. It's going to be dark in this room. So that also needs to be more delayed, which is the other. I'm so stupid. So we need to have this line goes up there, and then it needs to be proper delayed. Because obviously it's got to be time for a scene. So we'll like this and like that. And then we'll take a repeater output from there and take that into here instead, because that makes more sense. And then we don't have to worry about them running into each other. Cool. And then actually, now that I've thought about it, this is so unprofessional, it's funny. And I can just to extend the delay even more. I can do this, can't I? Try not to make a clock, so that wouldn't be very good. Can I take a repeater out of there? I think I can. And then obviously let's just add a piston to it at the moment, because then we can see what's occurring with it. So add a sticky piston. We can see how much of a delay it gives. So let's go from, where is it? We break this redstone torch. Nope, that won't work, obviously. So if we place a redstone torch, then there's quite a long time before it gets there. Okay, cool. So I need a button. We're going to test this. So we take another button and we place it. Where's the best spot? Here. So that's extended the piston. And a little while later, that happens. I need that delay to be much longer than that. We can build out this way. forgot that when the ride starts, the button's going to be triggered. It's literally when you press the button to set off the ride, which just means that basically they've got to allow time for the minecart to get to the scene as well. So if I just extend this all the way like that, then that should be better. So that's extended the piston. We wait, still waiting. Things are still happening in the scene. I missed it. Well, do it one more time and then I'm going to wrap up this video. So hopefully those powered rails should turn any second. We're getting there. Oh, I'm a muppet. You know what? That'll work. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next episode where we'll finish building this amazing coaster. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.